the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hi, everybody. It's us.
Fuck it.
Yeah, there was an intro fail. Intro failed to the max, and that's because I accidentally deleted the intro in my playlist that I had saved here, and I had to go to the folder that I had the intro actually in and drag it and drop it into the playlist, and that's what took forever.
I hate when that happens.
I don't know if that's ever actually happened before.
Well, I hate when that happens now.
I know. I never want it to happen again. Hi, everybody. We're doing this stream because in a few minutes we're going to go over to Vimeo and do our Patreon private show. It was the one that we were supposed to do. It's been rescheduled twice. We were supposed to do it on the last Friday of June, and then I got sick and lost my voice. So then we tried to do it on the last Monday of June, and then it got to like 110 degrees. So we were like, fuck that. And it had to be rescheduled. So now it's happening here on the first Friday of July. That's what we're doing.
Special day.
Yeah, it's special. Basically, we're doing the DP Demented Film Festival for, I think, the third or fourth time.
Might be the fourth.
It might be the fourth. So, basically, we've got, like, we're probably not going to be able to play all of the video footage I have. We got a lot. A lot of people sent in a lot of stuff. We've got, like, 3 hours worth of footage. And, you know, with pausing and commenting, we're probably not going to get to it all, but that's fine.
We definitely won't.
That can go away in the bin for the next time we do it. I do want to make a few announcements, and I hope a lot of people watch this that are patrons so that they know about some changes that are going on to the Patreon. Nothing's being taken away, but things are being added to it. So where do I start? So the $10 perk, now that it's summer and now that COVID is on the decline and everything is reopened again here in the Seattle area and surrounding areas, you guys that have the $10 perk, not only are you going to get the commentary video once a month where we normally review a movie or do other stuff like that. Not only are you going to get the post show, we don't do the post show that much anymore, but it's still going to happen. It's still extra content. And the reason why we're not going to quite do the post show quite as much as you'll hear later, because we need to make time for a few other things that we're going to do. But I'm also going to start filming a monthly IRL vlog. Going to go out, film myself doing some stuff, try to find companions from time to time to come along with me, but it will be monthly. It'll be, probably like 30 to 60 minutes. Like I'll go around and film footage for a few hours and cut together something that's 30 to 60 minutes long. Put that up there for you guys to watch. You'll kind of get an insight on what it's like going on around here and what we do and what fun things there are to get into. It's amazing. So you really want the $10 perk for that. What else have we changed? We also changed, we added something to the $25 perk. We're adding something to the $25 perk that's known as the booking committee. And what the booking committee is once a month, we're going to, after an episode, we're going to start doing these private meetings between Billy and I and all of the $25 plus patrons. And we're going to discuss with you your ideas for the next actual Mania coming up at the end of that month. You can tell us what you want to see more of on the normal show that we do 3 times a week. You can tell us what you want the other private show to be. We're going to be a captive audience for you guys to give us your feedback. So that's coming up, and I actually already have it on the calendar. Where is it? I have it for this coming Tuesday, July 8th. So after the show, we'll get in a Discord room with all you guys who are $25 and above, and you guys are going to help us plan this next actual Mania, the other private show, and we're going to take your feedback on anything else.
Your voice will be heard.
It will be heard. It will be heard if you pay. Also, if you're on the fence about at least signing up for the $5 level, you're getting 3 private shows this month because we're about to do one right now, so you should sign up for that. And then we're going to do 2 at the end of this month. And so you don't want to miss it. Are we going to do DP Idol? People are asking again if they want to do it.
Back.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do that this month.
Okay, so more than likely, the second to last Friday of this month, we're doing DP Idol, where the DP fans submit themselves singing karaoke songs. You know what, though? We'll accept original songs, too. It's just easy to go to YouTube and, like, pull up a karaoke track and just sing along to it. But, we've had people who have done well on in the competition that aren't necessarily good singers. They're just creative in how they present the song. And then there are people who are just really talented singers that do well. So you send in your videos. It's 3 rounds, elimination style. We eliminate like the bottom 4, or depending on how many people are in it. What's the minimum number? Like 8?
8.
We need at least 8 contestants to make it work.
And if there's more than 8, we might cut some of you just because we're mean.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
If you put in the time to send in a video, we'll play it. Actually, you got to send in 3 videos because there's 3 rounds just in case you make it. We need you to preemptively, just in case you make it to the next few rounds, to send us 3 videos. It doesn't even have to be the whole song. You can do just like the verse and the chorus and then like the ending of the song or whatever, just as long as it's, like 3-4 minutes long. Whatever. Or like a minute and a half even.
Just do whatever makes you feel pretty, guys.
Yeah. And at the end of each round, everyone gets to vote, and we cut the bottom people. So if I get 16, because normally we've only had about 8 contestants. If we get double as many, then double as many get cut in the first round. Is how it's going to work. Yeah. So I don't know if you saw this. Egghead posted this video on his channel.
Oh, it's on Egghead's channel?
Yeah.
I definitely didn't see it.
It was on Egghead's channel. I'll show you the evidence that it was on Egghead's channel. Where is it? Let's get this pulled up here. So as you can see here, definitely Egghead's channel, right? Egghead's channel. All right.
It looks like Egghead's channel to me.
Yeah, Egghead's channel, Egghead Show. He posted this video earlier, and it's kind of cryptic. I'm wondering what the message is that he's trying to send. I'll let you watch it and give me your 2 cents on it.
I want to fuck you, Mario. Which is why I call you Sugar Daddy.
One more time.
I want to fuck you, Mario. Which is why I call you Sugar Daddy.
I like how he calls him Sugar Daddy and then stares up into the sky.
Yep. Sugar Daddy.
That's real love.
I want to fuck you, Mario. That's why I call you Sugar
Searching
Daddy.
for that real love. What's up, Pimp Monk? In chat.
Pimp Monk.
Pimp Monk.
Yes, he is.
Searching for that real love.
I sound more like Pimp Monk than Pimp Monk when I do a Pimp Monk impression. I'm better at being Pimp Monk than Pimp Monk.
Yeah.
Not really, though. I can't smoke a cigarette to save my life.
I pitched a TV show idea to NBC this week. I was gonna have Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes, and it was gonna be Calvin and the Pimp Monks. And it was
That's
gonna be
funny.
Calvin and then 2 twin pimp monks. They were gonna run around doing deeds.
You know that porn thing that has been memed a bunch of times where it's like the little white girl, then like the 4 or 5 or 6 big black guys standing
I know
behind
that
her.
one. Yeah.
Okay. I saw one where someone did a parody of it, and it's a fucking cigarette sitting on the couch, and it's a bunch of pimp monks standing behind the couch. It's so good.
That's 7 minutes and 32 seconds into Big Black and Brave. That's the name of the video. That scene that cut is from.
I like the pimp monk version better, where 5 pimp monks share one cigarette.
One cigarette.
And they just like pass it around and puff on it.
You're about to get fucked in your throat. Time to pay the clock. Cigarettes are bad.
Cigarettes. Yeah, so guys, we're doing this because we would like for all of you to sign up for our Patreon. We really need it. You know, times are tough. If you've ever been on the fence about becoming a patron, just know that is really the driving force behind keeping the engine chugging along down the tracks. So if you could find it in your hearts, your generous hearts and your sweet faces, to throw us a $5 or a $10 or even a $25, I will make it worth your while. Huh.
I will say this. That dude CJ818 sent in a super chat and said, "Damn, Billy's so sexy and thick situation." Thank you for that super chat and that very truthful statement that you accompanied that donation with. We appreciate your donations, especially when they're honest like that one.
Look at Spec. Spec spelled it out perfectly.
Now is the best time to become a patron. You get 3 live private shows this month for $5.
Yeah.
Because of a natural disaster last month, we are doing 3 this month. Those of you that have already signed up, you're getting the one from the extra one or the second one from the first one, whatever. One of the 2 from last month this month.
Yeah,
So
we
you
had
guys
to-
are getting nothing special except us because we're special. Jackasses, how could you say we're not special?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, we highly recommend joining the Discord, too. There's a link in the description if you want to join our Discord, because that's really the epicenter of the way we communicate with the audience, and you get a lot of cool perks through Discord if you're a patron. So check it out. It's been growing, and one thing that's really cool is that we have a voice chat now that has people in it almost 24 hours a day. I'll look in there. I'll wake up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and like while I'm sitting on the toilet, sitting on the toilet, I'll take a look. I'll take a look at the Discord, and I'll see a whole bunch of people chatting away in the voice chat. That's pretty cool. That's pretty great. So just know that when you're in there all talking to each other, I could be taking a midnight dump and looking at all you guys chatting away.
Sticky said, I thought the $10 got you daily dick pics from Billy. You guys don't get those too? Sticky. Shut up.
Sticky, icky. Yeah. Keep on shilling. Shilling and thrilling.
Shilling hard. Yeah, Tristan McCoy's in the voice chat being funny and cute. East
Yeah.
Max is in there a lot being funny and cute.
It's interesting because .executables tries to do an impersonation, and then Tristan does an impersonation of .executables that sounds like him, and it's really weird because then it's like there's 2 .executables.
Yeah, and I didn't even know if I wanted one. That's the amazing part about the DP Discord.
I do wear lipstick and I do sing Creed songs. You're right, Pimp Monk. With arms wide open. That's my favorite song ever. I masturbate to it.
My favorite Creed song is Janie's Got a Gun.
Janie's got a gun and she's going to shoot Billy for making her cry.
I wish she wouldn't.
Going to shoot you.
I can't believe that she cried on the show. All I ever wanted to do was...
All you did was say all the shit she works on online was trash.
Yeah, that's
and that
all
it was
I
for
did.
simps that just want to like stare at her.
Well, now when you put it that way,
That's
I can see
literally
why
what
she
you
cried.
said. That's what you said.
Now I can see why she cried.
I'm not even paraphrasing it.
I don't know. Sounds a little off to me. Good times. I don't know why I said it, but I think I was going to try and hit her with a little like stomach punch and then end with a little pat on the head, you know? But she didn't let me get to the head pat part before she started crying. So that's
You have a history of making people cry.
part of my charm is like I get you in the gut
Part of
once.
my charm.
I hit you in the stomach, and then when you're gassed and dry heaving from the impact, I give you a little head
Billy
pat.
can just take anything he does and claim it's part of his charm.
Oh, because it is.
All of Billy's opinions are biased towards himself.
Why wouldn't they be? I'm the number one aficionado on me. Nobody
I know.
else knows me as well as I do. And to top that off,
I don't think you do. I don't think you know yourself that well.
Oh, I definitely do.
I don't think. Well, through the lens of you,
That's me. I'm
Okay.
God. I'm the creator. I get to create
You're
me the
Thomas
way
the
I want to be.
creator.
I'm
You're Thomas the creator.
I'm not the God. I'm just a God. I'm creating a reality for
You're the
the
God
world
living
around
in the
me.
basement of Joe's house.
For one, we rent that place. Nobody owns it. For two,
I'm just saying, like, a God that lives in the basement of Joe's house, not very God-like, if you ask
when
me.
it was 110 degrees in Seattle, where'd everybody in that house want to be? In the basement with me, because it's so much cooler. Sorry, God put himself in the coolest spot. That's all I got to do.
Thomas the no, not Tyler the creator, Thomas the creator.
None of this makes sense to me. Pimp Monk says part of Billy's charm is he has no fucking charm.
Yeah, and then he's like so pathological, he doesn't care. His own opinion of himself is like it doesn't even matter.
Oh, my opinion of myself, it for one, it's only this way because of the reciprocation I get. I know I only judge myself based on the reflection of me in the eyes of others. And that's how I know this is a pure and honest version of me, Billy the Fridge. It's beautiful. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight, being my mirror that I stare into, my black mirror.
You do blackface in the mirror.
If I did, it would be glorious.
It's so fucking
would be
like I
glorious.
cringe, dude. You make me cringe so hard
That's
with
just
this like
one of my
jerking
charms.
off your own ego.
One of my
Yeah.
charms.
It's so charming how you're
Mr.
always
Borden
stroking
says,
your own ego.
Billy, is that you from the Bible? The Bible. Those are stories. Those are just stories.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just stories. I'm just
Sign up for Patreon, link in the description. Sign up for Patreon, link in the description.
Honest Rent says, who are you paying rent to if nobody owns it? It just goes to China.
Which means the Chinese own it.
Yeah, our rent just goes to China. Which means if we ever go to war with a country that happens to own the property we live in, we don't have to pay rent anymore. We become a sovereign nation, right? Isn't that how it works?
Insane.
I'm just banking on a world war so we don't have to pay rent. Good times, baby. Baby just recently got hired again, catching up on some bills and savings, but here's some love for the sweet boys.
Thank you.
Join DP Patreon. That's from the Baby
See,
Cheese.
Our own patrons advertise for us. That's
Damn
why
right.
you need to sign up.
I've not listened to Tyler Creator's new album yet. I would like to. I like Tyler a lot.
I think Shabisky had like a countdown for the Tyler the Creator album.
Really?
Yeah, he does music. Like, he was doing video game countdowns, which is just like a stream with a clock counting down. And he does it for, like, music releases now.
I was doing a show many years ago. I was opening for Riff Raff and the Odd Future Tyler Creators group. They were supposed to be in Canada that night, but they got turned away at the border. So they were all Tyler wasn't there, but everybody else was backstage at Riff Raff's show, and it was good times. They were all funny dudes. Then I went down and hung out with them when they had their Odd Future shop in Hollywood. There's like their show they did, Loiter Squad. It's funny stuff. They're skateboard, rapper, funny guys. I like that a lot. Bill Thinny Fridge Channel here reviewing Thomas the Creator's new album.
How about Thomas the Creator's album?
Yeah, I was reading what Higsby said in the fan chat.
Would you like to review Thomas the Creator's new album?
No, I don't want to watch his stand-up either.
Can I play one of his music videos?
No, please don't. Tristan McCoy says Tyler is one of my biggest influences. It's a good influencer to have. Tyler the Creator is
Tyler Durden
is a cool genius.
He's a stable genius.
He's a stable genius.
Which means he's a horseman. He lives in the stables.
Yes. He had a music video where he was a centaur.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. He had,
I'm so out of the loop with current music. I don't know.
This isn't even current anymore. This is like
he
10
came
years.
out. He came out with a new album though, right?
Yeah, his new album, but
Yeah.
it's like he was popping 10 years ago.
Sure.
And,
I recognize his name at least.
Yeah.
New people, I don't know who they are, and I don't care. Like I care like 0%.
I want to care. I know like Ski Mask the Slump God, and he's like 5 years old at least. Like there's no I'm not following new names either. I should start listening to new music. I watched whatchamacallit, Dave, Little Dicky's FX show, and they had some new music in there that I hadn't heard before, and I'm like, I need to sit down and listen to everything going on right now, because I am so far out of every facet of music.
You know why though?
Because I'm old.
Yep. Yeah. Honestly, it comes with age. It's weird. It's weird, but it's true. It happened to me like slowly. I would say from high school throughout my 20s, I was really into music and like discovering new music. I was never into most mainstream music. I'm probably into more older mainstream music now.
I would say 98% of the music you listen to is from 2003 or before.
Probably, yeah. Mine, yeah. There's a few things from like the early 2010s and stuff, but yeah, it's mostly 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
A little bit of 70s too. Like I listened to some music that came out before I was born. I wonder how many people that are big music fans now listen to like the music that was popular when their parents were younger. Because that was kind of normal when I was a teenager. Like, I listened to Led Zeppelin and shit that my dad liked.
Yeah.
And the Beatles and that kind of stuff. But I don't know. Because now there's so much music, and you get music whenever you want it. You can listen to anything you want when you want. Back in my day, you either had to wait for someone to play it on the radio, or you had to go buy the CD at the mall, and it was like $20.
Yeah.
So
I grew up listening to the oldies with my dad, my papa.
when you say oldies, like, do you mean like Elvis era or a little newer than that?
60s, 70s, and 80s. 97.3 KBSG was always on.
See, to me, and this is all semantics, to me, oldies was like 50s and 60s. And then classic rock was like some 60s, 70s, and then eventually 80s and 90s. As I got older.
KSW was the classic rock channel. But we listened to 97.3 in just about every car ride. I think they did 50s, 60s, and 70s because I was listening to it in the 80s.
Because music really, popular music, which was mostly rock music from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, really changed from the 50s. The 50s and in the early 60s was like kind of the same, but then once the famous musicians of the time started doing LSD, the music like changed crazy. Like if you listen to the Beatles album before they started doing LSD and then you listen to the album after, it's crazy. Like the psychedelic era of music. And then like the Doors came out and all that shit.
In the Garden of Eden.
In the Garden of Eden is a crazy song.
Yeah. I do you think that LSD and that movement was government funded? Like all those
I don't
like
know. I don't think
Morrison
so.
was the son of like
Morrison wasn't making LSD. He was just taking it and making music.
Well, no, I mean like the music though at that time. There's so many people from that period that were like the children of government officials. It's an interesting little conspiracy.
His dad wasn't a government official. He was like a military guy.
High ranking, right?
Yeah, reasonably.
Yeah, isn't military government though? Like, doesn't that count?
You make a statement and I correct you, and then you try to like change reality to where what you said counts.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Because I can never have just like a normal conversation. It's like, okay.
Well, it's pretty normal, right?
Okay,
like, I'm not denying what you said.
Okay.
Right? I'm just...
So, no. When I hear government official, I think of someone who's like elected or appointed to the government, not the military. The government and the military are two separate things.
Yeah, I just think of them as like a part of the government for some reason. He was a Navy commander.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Admiral, Navy commander, Admiral. He commanded the fleet during the Gulf of Tonkin incident that led to an escalation of the Vietnam War.
Yeah, the Gulf of Tonkin incident. Jesse Ventura always talks about that. Yeah, he always talks about, because that's the reason they used to get us into Vietnam, and it turned out to be a hoax.
Yeah.
Yep. It was false pretenses to get us into a war. The last war that they drafted people for, too.
Do you think that if you were the CIA, that you would have maybe somebody that you worked very closely with, and you would have them be like a Navy admiral, and they would be kind of working hand in hand with you, and they would start the Gulf of Tonkin for you because you're the CIA and you're also giving out LSD and stuff? Like that's a possibility is all I'm saying. Do I glow in the dark, DJ Clown Soul? I mean, do you want to see me with the lights off, Papa? Is that what you like?
But yeah, they had a really hard time making LSD illegal at first. So there was a period of time where people knew the government was trying to make it illegal and schedule it, but there wasn't something in place to make that easy. So people were just like going crazy, taking all kinds of acid back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was like the electric Kool-Aid acid test. Just driving around the country, just like stopping in towns and just dosing people.
Yeah.
I had to give it up. It's because I had like two intense LSD trips where I'm like, no, thank you. And plus, you don't know who's making it or what they're putting in it and shit.
My dad was big into that stuff. He told me a story where he met a warlock and the sky opened up or something. And
well, he
said he just happened to be on acid, but like he thinks everything else was pretty real.
I've never had, probably because I've never taken enough. I've never like totally lost touch with reality, but like your mind will come to some weird thoughts and you can't stop. Like it like you feel your thoughts more intensely, and then everything around you looks different. Everything looks like it breathes. Like it'll like, I don't know if you've ever taken it.
Not LSD, but I remember when I did shrooms, I had a small dose of shrooms and the floor was kind of breathing.
Yeah. Wasn't that like in a tea or something?
Yeah, in a tea.
So yeah, you had like a little bit of it, and the thing you described is the way it is.
I used to sit in class when I was like a kid, and I would just hyper focus on things, and like the walls would start breathing, like just me sitting there. I wonder if I was getting heat stroke or something. It was very similar to the mushroom experience, and I don't want to do salvia again. That was so bad.
Sweat, shit, dude. Because it's hot down here.
I
got
layers.
some pit sweat, man. Look at that.
I have layers, so I don't get pit sweat. I've acclimated myself.
If I had those layers, I'd be sweaty all over, and that would be uncomfortable. I don't care. Like, yeah, you wouldn't even know if I hadn't drawn attention to it. Look at this. Damn, dude, I am leaking. Sign up for Patreon. Link in the description. In about 5 minutes here, we're leaving, and we're going to do this show. Let's do it. We're doing a Patreon private show. We have a bunch of crazy videos that we're gonna watch, and then the last 2 Fridays of this month, we're gonna give you 2. We're gonna give you 2 more.
Dose for our Spanish-speaking fans. They wouldn't be able to know anything else.
I know.
Than number 2.
Most, like, a lot of people that speak Spanish speak English, too.
Yeah. But a lot of people that speak Spanish love fat people. So I imagine we probably have some people that watch and have no idea what we're saying. They just stare at me. And they're like, Gordo!
A lot of people that speak Spanish love fat people.
Yeah, it's true. They'd be like, Gordo! They probably just tune in to go, Gordo!
I have a friend that's nicknamed Gordo. Yep.
You ever watch El Gordo y la Flaca on Univision?
I used to watch Univision every now and then, but no, I'm not familiar with that title.
Yeah, it was a big fat guy. He almost looked like Jiminy Glick. You ever see the Jiminy Glick character?
Yeah,
he's that
Martin
level
Short.
of fat, yeah. And then a really skinny, I think blonde woman, and they would just sit there. It was like a morning show, and they'd talk about, I don't know what they talk about because I didn't speak Spanish very well at that time, but I would watch it because I didn't see enough TV with fat people on it.
Yeah. Well, back then, the screen was just a little square, and they needed more room to fit people in, but then they made the screen wider, so now they can fit more people. They can fit, like, 5 or 6 average-sized people or 1 fat and 3 average-sized people.
Ah, good times. I'm glad they got wide screens.
What? Yeah, do you remember when TV was like a square?
4:3 aspect ratio.
What the hell? Isn't that what they did with Snyder Cut? Didn't they have it
so
like that?
So stupid, yeah. And
why?
then they released it in black and white like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, why?
Because they're idiots. Because Snyder's a dumbass. People who watch DC movies are stupid. I'm waiting. I have so much faith in the Suicide Squad movie being fantastic.
The way the thing you did just now, it reminds me of the insecure WWE fans that are always talking shit about AEW. Like, you can't handle that other people like something different because you're such a fanboy of yours. You have to do like this tribalistic thing where you attack the thing you don't like.
It's not tribalistic.
Yeah, it is.
I give these movies a chance almost every time.
Tribalism.
Almost every time I go to these movies hoping to enjoy them.
Oh, you like Xbox? No fucking way. PS5 for life.
No, like, look at Nolan's Batman movies. They were great. They were fantastic films. I have no problem with a good DC movie. In fact, I want them to be good. When they fail me so horribly, and I will talk more trash about WWE than I will about AEW, and I'm not an AEW fan. I'm a WWE fan.
Oh, spot the Marvel fanboy.
Where?
You guys are simps for Marvel. Why don't you suck Marvel's cock
DC
a little
movies
harder?
Suck that bad is all. They're so horrible. And people love
Marvel's
Superman,
cock
they
harder.
love Batman, they love Wonder Woman, because these are iconic characters.
I would say
WB messes up the entire franchise time and again.
All right, we're going to go do this Patreon private show. Join us. We're going to do it live. It was cool hanging out with you. And one last time.
I want to fuck you, Mario. Which is why I call you Sugar Daddy.
Sugar Daddy.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.